Hello everybody, my name is Riley from Dude Pro Gaming, and today in this video I have designed 3 contraptions that will be great for you starting out in a survival world. So with that being said, let's get straight into it. Alrighty, so some of you guys will likely be playing just on a normal survival world, and if that's the case, you likely will not need to hide your base. Hold on, gotta set it today. But if you are going to be playing on a multiplayer server where griefing is allowed, you might want to hide your base in some form or another. So here I have to show you. Oh, gotta run through. Oh, I failed. Crap. But here we have a flush 2x2 piston door. I'm pretty sure it's, yeah. And basically what it will do is blends into the terrain. And when you press this button, these pistons will deactivate, allowing these pistons right here to retract, allowing the pistons on the top and the bottom. If we go down here, we can pull that up, and the bottom right there to retract as well, creating a perfect opening for you to walk through. Obviously, you'll need to run pretty fast to get through. I tried this with a stone button and it wasn't fast enough. So if you do want to use a stone button, make sure you use a pulse extender or some form or another. But let's get right to the build tutorial. Alrighty, so over there we can see that this thing uses redstone blocks on the walls. Oh, melon and pumpkin farm over there. Next contraption. But let me set it to day real quick. I probably should turn off daylight cycle. So what you're going to need to do, you're going to need to punch out 4 holes in the ground, like so. Well, technically 8, because you're going to need to go down 2. You're going to need to place 4 pistons, like right there. You're going to need to place 2 facing this way. And a block of your choice. I'm just going to use grass blocks, because why not? And so when that extends, let's go like that. There, when that extends, the redstone block will automatically, because it's there, activate this piston. And you'll need to remove that before you retract these pistons. So, but first what we're going to do is we're going to work on the system to extend these pistons. So we're going to set this to 4 ticks, put a block right here, and let me grab a piece of redstone dust and put that right there. What that will do is, if I were to power this right here, it'll activate both of these at the same time. We're also going to need to get a piston right here and a redstone block there. So when we activate the piston like so, when we activate the piston like that, it will be able to extend and retract faster than the other system. So we're going to need to go mirror this on the other side. So break some blocks down here. Place in a repeater set to 4 ticks, a block of your choice, and redstone. Now what this will do, if I were to hook it up over here, you can see, one moment, let's go over here. You can see that that will activate both sides and retract both sides as well. Now obviously you're going to want to not have your redstone right in the opening, but we can worry about that later. What we're going to do is we're just gonna oh no, breaking everything. We're gonna place some pistons on top of here, and then we're gonna need to go up 3 and place 2 pistons facing down, one on this side and another on, if I can get to it, this side. You're also going to need to place them like this, because you're also going to need to lift the blocks for this side. If you're on Java Edition, you can use trapdoors. In the future, if I will make a redstone video in Java Edition for a design that will incorporate trapdoors, so you don't have to make it as tall. What you're also going to need to do is, because you'll need to power these pistons as well, you're going to need to place some pistons right here, place some redstone blocks, and replace this like so. So both of these are active, and then we'll go over here and then put this as well. Oh, I broke this. Alright, we're gonna place this back. And now the redstone signal is no longer strong enough, so I'm just going to put this in here. It'll be slightly delayed, but it will do the trick. Now, what we're going to need to do is we're also going to need to power the pistons up here. So we're going to go up here. We're just going to build some form of getting up a redstone line to get up there. You can build this out of any block you want, and we're just going to hook that up like so. But, important, you will need it to have a 4-tick delay, just like the previous one. But you only have to do it on one side, because you can hook it up all on top of there. If you're on Java Edition, just destroy all this and do it like that. But I'm on Bedrock Edition, and I'm going to save some space by just placing the redstone dust directly on top of the pistons. There you go. Now you obviously need to cover up and hide the redstone. Yeah, we'll hide the redstone real quick. But if you flick this lever, it will break because I didn't link up the redstone. There we go. There we go. Opening, closing. Now this will close at the same speed because this repeater is delaying it by 1 tick. So it'll open and close at the same speed once we finish this up. So what we're going to do, we're going to turn this off, and we're going to break this redstone line, and because we're going to be hiding this underneath the ground, so people aren't like, oh, a redstone line, probably a secret entrance, and your base is discovered and destroyed and everything bad. So just for the time being, I'm going to break all these blocks like so, and we're gonna need repeaters throughout here, just so it doesn't interact with any of them, with the redstone dust or pistons. And because there's 4 ticks right there, you're also going to need, if you want this to be equal, 4 ticks delay. So we're going to add 4 ticks right here. Actually, we're gonna hide it a little bit. So we're gonna do 4 ticks right there. And we're going to just assume that the lever is going to be like right here, or button. You can also have a button, and then we're going to be building up a tunnel around here like so. And once you have that in place, you can just put this redstone back and seal it up, and you have yourself a functioning door. So, quote, functioning. Alright, one moment, let me find out what went wrong. Yes, I have found out what went wrong. That powers this piston before it extends. Simple fix. All you have to do is you have to go around like so the piston can't be powered by the repeater itself. And with that, we have ourselves a working 2x2 door that you can walk through. And it will close up behind you with a button. And you can make the input just by putting like a repeater into this block. You can have the input wherever you want. And there you go. Alright, next contraption. Alrighty, here I actually have 2 contraptions to show you, because this is going to be a melon and pumpkin farm. Now, if you have observers, I highly recommend building this design. It saves much more space and is much more efficient. However, if you don't have observers, that's perfectly okay, and as for starting out, this farm will definitely do the trick. So what you need to do, you're going to need to get a hopper minecart down there to pick up all the items, and then a draining system of any sort that you want. You can have like a hopper and a chest or something. Just make sure you have a hopper minecart right there. And then you're going to need a repeater, powered in any way you want. You can power with a lever, redstone torch, however you want. And you just saw it right there. A melon grew, got destroyed by the piston, and then got picked up by the hopper minecart. It's been running for a little while, so there you go. Now, here, actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to empty the hopper minecart. I'm going to get a new one in place. And I'll just pick up all these items real quick. And I'm going to need to grab another and let's just place another hopper minecart down, and then I can place a block back there. And once I get the redstone dust in place and seal that up, what I can do right now is I can set the random tick speed. What I'm going to do, /game rule random tick speed. Let's just set that to 1000. By default, it is 20, so this is 50 times faster. But even if it's only 50 times faster, this is a very efficient farm and will be generating you a lot of resources. Now, you're going to want to have a melon and pumpkin seed placed next to it, because some mechanics allow it to be faster when it's got pumpkins and melons. I don't fully understand that, but basically you can see this is only 50 times faster than real time, and it is bringing in a lot of items. I just had to turn down my volume there. That was ridiculously loud. Now this design over here, you're going to want, I'm assuming if you're going to be building this design, you're going to have observers, and therefore you're going to have slightly more iron. So underneath, I put 5 hopper minecarts, which aren't necessary, to be honest. Like, the items are only not getting picked up because the hopper minecarts are full. But, yeah, you don't really need it because the hopper minecart will pick it up before it has it. And the items that end up moving to the side and despawning will be a very small amount. But I'm assuming you guys are going to want to build this. So let me get everything ready. So you're going to want to, for the design on the left, you're going to need, whatever. You're going to need a minecart with a hopper on the bottom. Obviously, you're going to need to prepare the land. So you're going to need a water bucket. Place that wherever you want. Just make sure, the minecart's right there. Wait, no, minecart's right there. There you go. Okay, hold on. Alright, so place a water bucket right there. Shoot, I forgot what the word is, but you need to prepare the soil right there. Then you need to get a piston or a sticky piston with a block, your choice. But I'm assuming most of you guys don't have very large amounts of slime if you are going to be just starting out in a world. And what you're going to need to do is you are going to need a repeater powering this block, and you're going to need to power that repeater somehow. I'm going to go with a redstone torch, but it's your choice. Anything works. You're going to need a piece of redstone dust there. You're going to need a redstone torch, and then a block on top of it, and then a redstone torch. Now, what you can do, you could do this if you're on Bedrock Edition, or if you're on Java, you can just do this and this. Actually, I don't know if this design works on Java. If this doesn't work on Java, I'm sorry. And then you're going to need to grab melon seeds and pumpkin seeds and plant them. And because, you know, it's 50 times faster than what your normal game speed would look like, it will grow pretty quickly. But you have the option of bone mealing it or doing whatever you want. And with that, you will start making some melons and pumpkins. And soon enough, you'll have a pretty reliable food supply. Right there, we just had a melon grow. And it immediately got picked up by the hopper minecart, which you can then have, why does it want to rain? And, like, yeah, it just loves raining. Hold on. Weather, clear, 9999, that should keep it clear for a while. But as you saw, it just went off again, and it is bringing in a lot of resources. This is only 50 times faster than real time. Keep in mind, it needs to be lit up, so if you're not going to have this in the sun, make sure to have some glowstone or torches nearby to keep it lit. Now, to the next design, this is going to have a lot more. You don't really need more minecart with hoppers, so I'm just going to put one, because even with one, it will be more than fast enough to deal with all the items you'll be producing. Now, we're going to need a water bucket, anywhere really, and then we're going to prepare the soil. And this time we won't need any repeaters. So we're going to plant some pumpkin seeds there and there. Then we're going to grab some melon seeds and plant those there. And we already have growth. Well, only because it's 50 times faster than real time. But what we're going to do is with that... Okay, oh yeah, also you need to prevent things from growing to the side. So I'm going to go... Okay, I'm in here. I need to somehow place a piston and then get out. Alright. I'm going to do that. And I'm just going to break out here and replant it. So, once you have the piston in place, make sure to place the piston in first, because otherwise you'll have to do that, and then you'll have to waste some bone meal. But I won't, because I have the random tick speed set to 1,000. I'm going to grab myself some glass right now, because I'm assuming you guys want to watch your farm. If you don't, that's perfectly fine. And you can do that. But I'm just going to place it, and I need to place a dirt block in there. Alright, once I do that, I can break that. And place that in here. And then once I get... Alright, this is kind of annoying, but Once you place everything in there, you are going to need to place blocks around here, and then you can either do this, or because I'm in Bedrock Edition, I'm not going to do any, because I am in Bedrock Edition, I'm just going to place that right there. And then I can just update that, and then I can start the cycle. And here, I'll just show you by doing / game rule random tick speed, and I can set that to 20, which is the default, and you shall see that it is still a very efficient farm once it grows. Give it a moment. And you can see that pumpkin wasn't picked up. Not all items will. That's why in this design right over here I had 5 hopper mine carts. But I'm assuming you don't want to spend an extra, wow, got it, 40 iron to make sure your farm is lossless when it's pretty good already. Alright, next contraption. Alright, so pretty much in every survival world, you're going to need, at some point or another, a sorting system. And luckily, there's a really good design out there. I'm not sure it's mine, really, but it's pretty universal. I don't know who originally designed it. But what you need is you need a comparator, and 3 pieces of redstone dust, and a redstone torch, and a repeater per layer or module. And you can have these as tall or as short as you want. You're just going to need 1 more hopper than you have chests. So what we're going to need to do this, we're going to need to get ourselves hoppers, which we already have. We're going to need comparators. We're going to need repeaters. And we're going to need, that's pretty much it. We're just going to grab ourselves some chests, and then we can get building. And then you're going to need a filter item. I have redstone torches in there. And renamed items are typically the best because, you know, you typically don't throw in renamed items into your system that are exactly the same name as your filter item. I just use redstone torches this time, but you can use whatever you want. And so as we build this, alright, to build this, we're going to need any amounts of chests. We're just going to do 2 for now, even though you can go as high as you want. It's the same system. So you can just look at that right there. It's the same system, no matter how tall your hopper tower is or how high your chests are, which I can barely reach that even in creative mode. So we're just gonna go with 3 chests for this, and because of we have 1 chest, we're gonna need 2 hoppers per layer. So you're gonna need to have hoppers 1 block above, and make sure they're not going into anything because, you know, that'll break the system. We're going to need to punch out these blocks right here, place in redstone torches, like so. And also, every time you hear a piston fire, that's one of the melon and pumpkin farms working and generating you some watermelon and pumpkin. So that's just showing you the efficiency of it. We're going to grab ourselves some comparators. And before we do that, though, we're going to mine out these blocks right here, right there. Place in some repeaters, and as we do that, we're going to need to cover that up and place 3 pieces of redstone dust per line. Now, what makes this design so great is that because the highest power level the comparator will ever put out is 3, you can stack these right next to each other. And so what you need to do is you need to fill this hopper with an item of your choice, say grass blocks, and you'll already see it's draining. And then you'll need to put in filter items in the remaining slots. I recommend 1 of each, but you can put in more if you want. You'll see that'll stop at 45, which is 1 below 3 signal strength. And then if we look in the chest right here, we have the other 18 blocks. And this, of course, stacks up as much as you want. Like, I put droppers in this one, observers in this one, and slime in this one. Say I were to put some droppers right here and some observers right there, and then an item that's not filtered in there. It will take a long time, but I'll time lapse that real quick. Alrighty, so now that we can see the chest is empty, let's look through here. We got ourselves, the droppers went into this chest, the observers went into this chest, and you can see only slime went into that chest, which, because, you know, I had to program it first. But you can see all the normal pistons right there just went into this chest right there because it couldn't be filtered out by this system. So this shows you that this design does work, and that if you were to build it in your world, it would be just as reliable as this creative world. Once I set it today. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. If you did like this video, make sure to like and hit the subscribe button, because more big brain tutorials will be coming your way. See ya!